So all of those songs that are on this record are starting ideas that were really written either for my solo records or for Eagles albums, uh, like at different times of my career.
Of albums sold, co-writer of the great song Hotel California. Got a wonderful new album out, The Vault, 50 Years of Music. He is Mr. Don Felder. Don, welcome to the show.
Oh, fantastic. It's so great to talk to you guys. Thank you for taking the time to do this. We got a lot of good stories about the vault, as a matter of fact. So let's kick that off.
I would love to hear
Oh,
them because it's so interesting to me. You got songs like Move On from 1974, and then you got songs from 2023. I like the things you do, and you got two new songs. It's just so cool to have literally 50 years of music. When did you come up with the idea to put this whole thing together?
I stumbled into the concept. I had lived out in Malibu for 29 years and went through five major fires. Friends
Wow.
of mine's houses burned down, his studio burned down with all of his classic old Les Pauls and Fender Stratocaster. A lot of people over the years, the 29 years I lived out there, got hurt in the fire. So finally, after the last one, I said, "That's it. I'm moving out of Malibu. I love it, but I used to call it the Maliboonies because it was so far out. You had to drive all the way to the end of the beach to get anything, and then drive back into Santa Monica or to get to the airport during the summer with the traffic was just a nightmare. I love it out there, but it was time for me to move into town. So I had a recording studio going on out there that I've always had a studio of some sort on my property. And so I just got somebody and we packed it all up and put it in a storage unit. And I moved into Beverly Hills and started looking for a house to buy. And I found this house and bought it from Seal that already had a recording studio in it. So
wow.
that's where I'm sitting right now in that house. But that was 2000. And so I eventually about 20 years later, I'm sitting in the studio going, I've got all that equipment, recording consoles, and tape machines. I got to go see what I've got. It's been 20 years since I've even seen this stuff. Let's go take a look in that locker. So we go in and I start seeing all of these 24 track recording tapes of songs that I had done and demos and Eagles recordings and 16 track Eagles recordings when we were rehearsing out in my studio in Malibu. And all of these I come across this box that has got to have over 100 cassettes and ADATs and CDs and all those rough mixes I was doing. And when I moved, I just threw it all in this box. And I went, I have no idea what's in this box. I'm going to take this back to my new studio and we're going to transfer all this stuff from cassette into digital 96K with Pro Tools. So in the process of transferring these things, I heard some stuff. I went, wow, that was
Mm.
a really great slide part. I remember that slide part. I wrote it. It was the very first kind of track I wrote and submitted to the Eagles. And it was called at the time Slide On because I was playing slide guitar on it, right? And Henley came up with the idea of writing a song about Slide On. And I went, nah, that just sounds a little cheesy to me. So I had just broken up about 5 years ago with somebody I was engaged to, and it was just time to move on. So I went, you know what? I'm going to take Slide On and write this song about Move On, use my great slide parts that were on it, and I'll have a new song. So all of those songs that are on this record are starting ideas that were really written either for my solo records or for Eagles albums, uh, like at different times of my career in writing from 74 to 2024. So each one of them has a story.
Don, that must have been really cool to go through your collection like that and bring out old memories. Did you come up? I'm sure you came up with recordings with some of your friends who were no longer with us and everything. Had to bring up special memories and special vibes when you were going through